Do you feel like you're just bad at languages? That you'll never get it, no matter how hard you try? Trust me, you are not alone. Most of us feel like that at some point, myself included. But here is the thing. If you believe you are bad at languages, you are holding on to a myth that could be stopping you from achieving something incredible, from achieving your goals. And today I want to break this myth and show you that language learning is something within your reach. Let's talk about talent for a moment. Oh my God, when I was at school, I used to hear, Veronica, you are never gonna be good at languages. Teachers used to tell me, you are not talented in this area. And now, in my adult life, I'm like, watch me. Maybe you think that you are not talented, that some people have it easier. No, my friend, it doesn't work this way. Everyone who is fluent in a language put an incredible amount of work, a lot of hours, into mastering this language, because learning a language is a skill. It's not about talent, to be honest. There is a concept in psychology called the growth mindset by Carl Dweck. The idea is that skills aren't something you are born with. They are something you develop with effort and consistency. Research shows that brain is highly adaptable, meaning that with regular practice we can actually rewire it to learn new skills, like languages, because speaking a foreign language is a skill. Studies in neuroplasticity is the word that you need to remember. So studies in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and grow, show that as we learn a new language, we are actually building and strengthening neural pathways. So something in our brain is changing when we learn languages. How fascinating is that? Your brain is actually getting stronger when you learn English or when you learn a new language. So next time you think, oh my God, I'm not talented enough for this, remember, it's science. Science. Your brain and my brain can learn languages if we give it time and consistent practice. Now, my friends, let's talk about 3 most common mental blockades that hold us back. And then I'm gonna tell you how to overcome them. The fear number 1, oh my God, it's a big one. The fear of making mistakes. You have been there. I have been there. Oh my dear God, I have been there. I was so scared of making mistakes that I stopped speaking English at some point in my life when I was a teenager. When I was bullied in high school for my English, I'm not gonna go into that story, it's in my other video that you can watch after this one here. But I was bullied for my English in high school. English is my second language. I also speak Spanish, and Polish is my native language, just to give you the background. And I basically closed myself like this. I stopped speaking English for a few months because I was too afraid that people are gonna make fun of me, you know, teenagers. So anyway, no hard feelings. Most probably this is why I am here, because I managed to overcome this terrible fear of making mistakes. So you know what helped me a lot? It was thinking that a confident speaker is a speaker who makes mistakes, learns from them, and continues speaking with confidence, because a mistake doesn't define your identity. And a bad speaker is a speaker who made a mistake and now he or she thinks that it's the end of the world and it ruins the whole conversation. What also helped me was understanding that everyone makes mistakes, right? Not only in English or in Spanish or in languages. We make mistakes in our lives because we are simply human beings. This is in our nature. Like, making mistakes is something totally normal. So when I speak English, I happen to make a mistake. I always try to do my best to learn from my mistakes. And that's it. In fact, the more mistakes you make, the faster you improve. You know why? Because you learn from them. So use your mistakes well. Blockade number 2, comparing yourself to others. I compare myself. I try not to do it, but I still do it. I didn't overcome it, to be honest. I compare myself to other girls who are maybe in a better physical shape. I compare myself to other content creators on Instagram or on YouTube, like, oh my God, they grew so fast and I'm not growing fast enough. Or their video is better, or their accent is better, or it's endless. And then I caught myself on going down into this rabbit hole, this black hole of negativity. It doesn't make any sense. Theoretically, I know that, but you know, I'm just like you. I'm just learning. I'm just a human being, 26 years old, and I make mistakes, and I still have these blockades. So here I want to show you that it's normal that you compare yourself to others. I should remember that comparing myself to other people doesn't make sense. Why? Because I am not these people. I am who I am, with my story, with my background, with my emotions. Each journey is unique. You are unique, and your accent is unique. So this comparison game is poison to progress. The question I use to get myself out of this rabbit hole is, am I 1% better today than yesterday? And if the answer is yes, I relax, because it means that I do my best to improve my life, to improve my accent, to improve my English, to improve my Spanish, to improve my business. You know, we can apply it to basically any area of our lives. Common blockade number 3, thinking you are too old for this. I made a whole video about being too old to learn languages, which is total BS. You are never too old to learn anything. I got fluent in Spanish in just 7 months when I was 21, guys. So I was already an adult. I wasn't a kid who is like a sponge for languages, right? So it is possible. And I didn't spend countless hours memorizing boring grammar rules. No, I just tried to learn this language by having fun and by immersing myself fully. We, as adults, can use a lot of amazing techniques and learning methods to help us. So please don't let your age be an excuse. Talking about the methods, let me share a few of them right now with you. These methods helped me a lot improve my Spanish and English. So the first one is pretty simple. Enjoy the process. I don't know, to be honest, if it's backed by science, but I simply started to enjoy learning languages. I found my own ways to enjoy learning. So for example, instead of opening a textbook and memorizing these rules, memorizing these words, I decided to watch shows in my target language, to watch movies. You know, if you like playing games, basically play video games in your target language. Try to talk to people about something that you like. For example, when I work with my clients, we never talk about random things. We never talk about random stories from the internet or a textbook. We talk about my client's life in English, because I am an English coach. So when I coach my clients, I always try to make it as personalized as possible. So I usually work with women, and these wonderful women usually talk to me about their lives, about their kids, about their husbands, about their problems, about their hobbies, about their job. I discovered that this makes the process fun and easy for them. A lot of these wonderful women usually tell me, oh my God, I'm so happy that I'm here on this session. I've been waiting for this session for a week. And I'm like, that's the ultimate goal. And the secret is simple, guys. Fun. That's why my private community, where you can learn English in a safe space, is called the fun community, because I really care about my clients and I really want them to have fun. So if your target language is English, if you feel like you would like to practice your English speaking with me and other beautiful souls from all over the world, click the link in the description and join us. The next method is actually backed by science, and it's called spaced repetition. And it's about studying material over increasing intervals of time. Apps like Anki or Quizlet use this method. Not sponsored. Helping you remember vocabulary and grammar structures easily. This technique helps you train your long-term memory. The next one is gonna sound cliche, but it's true. So, practice your speaking from day one. When I was learning English as a kid, I didn't start speaking immediately. And the result? I've been learning English for over 20 years. But the good thing that I did when I started learning Spanish at 21 is that I started speaking from day one. And the result is that I got fluent in Spanish in just 7 months. By saying I got fluent, I mean that I was able to go to a grocery store to talk to locals. I was able to go to a doctor's appointment and explain my symptoms. I was able to talk to my boyfriend's family who all speak Spanish. Now, I think that my Spanish level is advanced. I wouldn't say native-like because I'm never gonna be a native, but it's really advanced. I can talk about everything. And it's been, how long? It's been 3 years. But after 7 months, I could speak fluently. And it's because I really started speaking from day one, making a lot of mistakes, but who cares? Even if you have all of these blockades that we talked about before, try to speak as much as you can from day one. And this has a name, guys, and it's called the output hypothesis. And it suggests that actively using a language helps us internalize it much more effectively. Yeah, you see, it even has a name. I didn't know about it. I just discovered this when I was preparing myself for this video. Anyway, the last method that I would like to share with you is multi-sensory learning. Meaning, you don't just learn grammar. You don't just learn new words. You don't just listen to your target language. You do it all at once. Studies show that learning through multiple senses activates more areas of the brain. So again, it's backed by science, which can improve your memory. For example, listen to a podcast and repeat key phrases. That sounds great, but I know that for some people it can be overwhelming to do 2 things at once. So in this case, what I would suggest is listen to something for 20 minutes, then go for a walk, catch some air, and after that, come back to the same podcast or a video, listen to it one more time, but this time repeating some key phrases or shadowing native speakers. Shadowing is basically repeating what a native speaker said. This is how we practice our pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. Okay guys, it's time to wrap this video up. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love to chat with you, so I'm reading your comments, and let me know if you have maybe one of these blockades or maybe more. Let me know if you used some of the methods from this video or if you are going to use. I hope to see you in the next video. Remember, if you want to join the fun English community, the link is in the description. See you in the next one.